Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will flip the NFL world upside down. An unprecedented move, a seismic shift that could redefine the balance of power in 2026. This isn't just a rumor. It's a confidential hush-hush, a secret so explosive that the entire Baltimore Ravens franchise is on edge. The front office's phones ringing off the hook, and whispers circulating in NFL circles that what's happening right now could change the game forever. Behind the curtains of the league's most enigmatic teams, a gamble is unfolding. One that involves an elite superstar, a game-changer, a player whose name is shielded in secrecy but whose impact could be impossible to ignore. Picture chaos in the war rooms, executives pacing, encrypted calls bouncing back and forth, private jets parked on tarmacs, and sources close to the situation confirming that something colossal is brewing. This isn't mere speculation, it's a carefully guarded secret that only a handful of insiders have glimpsed, and everyone else is destined to be left in shock. The question is, who is this player? What are they planning? And why now? Trust me, what's happening behind closed doors right now is so huge, so clandestine, that when it's finally revealed, it will send shockwaves through the league. But I can tell you this. Whoever this is, they're about to redefine what it means to be a Baltimore Raven in 2026. And if you want the full story, you better stay tuned, because what I'm about to drop will blow your mind. Now brace yourself, because this isn't just about a player or a trade. It's about a franchise desperate to reclaim its throne, a team that's been scrambling in the shadows for months, hunting for that missing piece, something that can instantly catapult them into Super Bowl contention. Baltimore Ravens, a team founded on grit, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of greatness, has been staring at their roster with a magnifying glass. They've suffered heartbreak, close calls, playoff misses, lingering doubts about their ultimate star power. They've seen rivals like Kansas City, Buffalo, and Cincinnati elevate themselves beyond any shadow of a doubt. The front office, led by the genius GM Eric DaCosta, has been working tirelessly, secret meetings in private jets, encrypted conference calls with NFL powers, and clandestine visits to top-tier players' agents. All this under a veil of confidentiality, all for one purpose: to find the player who can elevate this team to the next level, the missing piece that will seal their destiny. And then they found HIM. Yes, I said it, HIM, the player who could change everything. The one nobody saw coming, the one who's been hiding in plain sight yet whose potential is colossal. When I tell you who this is, your jaw will drop, because this isn't just a mid-tier free agent or a player slipping through the cracks. No. This is a marquee, a superstar, one of the best in the league that the Ravens have had their eyes on for months. And now, everything points to a deal that could shatter the NFL's offseason as we know it. I'm talking about Minkah Fitzpatrick. Yes, Minkah, the game-changing safety who has been heralded as one of the most versatile and instinctive defensive backs of his generation. And trust me when I say, this move is not just about adding another star. It's about rewriting the blueprint of what Baltimore is capable of under new leadership, Jesse Minter, the defensive mastermind hired just weeks ago to breathe new life into this defense. But let's get into the details. What makes Minkah Fitzpatrick the perfect fit? Why would Baltimore pull the trigger now? And most importantly, what are the behind-the-scenes forces driving this high-stakes chess match? First, let's recap Minkah's journey, his stats, his impact, his evolution. Minkah, born on November 17, 1996 from Alabama, has been a staple of elite safety play since entering the NFL in 2018. Drafted 11th overall by Miami, he was an immediate star, an Alabama product with a nose for the ball, dirty tackles, and game-winning interceptions. Over his career, Minkah has amassed an impressive resume, multiple Pro Bowls, All-Pro honors, and a reputation as one of the league's most intelligent and versatile safeties. In 2025 alone, despite battling injuries that limited him to just 14 games, Minkah showcased his elite playmaking ability. 17 total games played, 56 solo tackles, 18 assists, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, 4 tackles for loss, and a forced fumble. His high football IQ is evident. He earned an 81.8 grade from Pro Football Focus, ranking him among the top safety performers this season. But what's truly mesmerizing is his adaptability. He's played as a free safety, a nickel corner, and even lined up on blitzes in clutch moments. Minka's ball skills are off the charts, 2 interceptions this year, including a game-sealing pick against the Saints that elevated his status once again. His tackling, instincts, and leadership are undeniable. Now let's talk about his contract situation, short-term, aggressive, and highly tradable. Minka signed a revised 2-year deal last July, with a cap hit hovering around $18.8 million for 2026, a figure that's manageable for a player of his caliber. His current market value, according to Over the Cap, is over $16.5 million per year, an investment that any contender would dream of. He's 29, approaching 30, but the stats speak for themselves. An elite safety who can anchor a defense for years to come, especially under the newly installed Minter regime. The Ravens, desperate for stability and star power in their secondary, see Fitzpatrick as their missing puzzle piece, a leader, a playmaker, a difference maker. But it's not just about Minka's on-field brilliance. Behind the scenes, the NFL insiders are buzzing. Ravens management has been in intense negotiations, with rival teams trying to block this deal at every turn. The Steelers, his former team, are reportedly weighing their options to re-engage in trade talks, while Miami has quietly kept the door slightly ajar, though their cap constraints and recent signings suggest they're not committing long-term. The league's top agents are curiously quiet, but sources close to Minka say he's intrigued by the idea of a fresh start, a chance to elevate a team with a storied defense, and a franchise that's now under new leadership motivated to reclaim its past glory. And then there's the bigger picture. Why now? Why is Baltimore pushing so hard? The answer is simple. With Jesse Minter taking over as head coach and a roster that's still reeling from an underwhelming 8-9 season, they've identified Minka as their ultimate game changer. His arrival would shake the league, send a message to their rivals, and elevate Baltimore's defensive identity overnight. Imagine Minka lining up with Kyle Hamilton, a rising star who's been praised by league insiders as good a technician as there is, a perfect complement to Minka's instincts. Together, they could form a safety duo that strikes fear into every quarterback's heart. But it gets even more intense behind the scenes. NFL insiders confirm that the scheme fit, combined with Minka's leadership, is a perfect storm. The Ravens' defensive coordinators have been working around the clock to design a system that maximizes Minka's talents, blitz packages, coverage schemes, and hybrid roles. And sources say Minka is receptive, eager to be the cornerstone of a revamped defense. The league whispers about insane performance bonus clauses, enormous signing bonuses, and incentives that would make Minka one of the highest-paid safeties in NFL history, all while fitting neatly into Baltimore's cap space, which they're strategically maneuvering through a flurry of releases and restructures. Financially, this isn't just a splashy move. It's a masterstroke. Minka's current deal, with a $16.2 million signing bonus and manageable cap hits, leaves room for other moves, free agent signings, linebacker upgrades, and offensive reinforcements. Baltimore's front office has studied trades like the famous Jalen Ramsey deal in 2023, and they're planning to execute their version of a blockbuster. This move could trigger a domino effect, releasing underperforming veterans, restructuring contracts, and creating the financial flexibility to add even more firepower next season. And let's not forget, the scheme fit is perfect. Minka's skill set adapts seamlessly to Baltimore's aggressive, hybrid defense. His ability to cover, to blitz, and to be the ultimate playmaker is exactly what they need to take on the league's top offenses. Think about next season, Minka paired with Kyle Hamilton and an improved front seven orchestrated by Minter's defensive genius. This Baltimore secondary would be unstoppable. The stats? Expect an uptick, more interceptions, forced fumbles, and game-changing plays. Minka's impact could elevate Baltimore from a good defense to an all-time elite unit, kind of like the Ravens, legendary defenses from the Ray Lewis era, but reimagined for 2026 and beyond. Now imagine the reaction. Fans packed into M&T Bank Stadium, fireworks, social media exploding with excitement, and the league's top analysts heralding Baltimore as instant Super Bowl contenders. In the NFL's grand chessboard, this move isn't just about one player. It's about a message to the rest of the league that the Ravens are back and they're here to dominate. The NFL insider whispers tell us that the next 48 hours are going to be critical. An all-out frenzy, negotiations heating up, and a deal that could break the internet. The stakes have never been higher, and the figure at the center of it all. Minkah Fitzpatrick, an elite game-changing safety ready to make history in Charm City. And so, as the league holds its breath as rival teams scramble to respond, remember this. When the dust settles, Baltimore won't just have signed a player. They will have ignited a firestorm, a movement that echoes through history. Because in the NFL, few moments are as pivotal as this. A true game changer, a superstar who could redefine everything we thought we knew about this league. This is more than a rumor, it's a tidal wave approaching. Are you ready for the next chapter? Because trust me, what's coming will be remembered for generations. Stay tuned, because once this bomb drops, there's no going back. The NFL's new era begins now, and Baltimore is about to be rewritten in the history books.